Welcome back to Movies Recapped. Today I will show you a romantic, fantasy drama film 2009, called After. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. And I hope you enjoy it. At the beginning of the movie, we see Teresa. He finished school and was admitted to college. She was very happy in her life, but her mother made all the decisions in her life. Even her mother liked her boyfriend. Their boyfriend's name was Noah. In fact, Noah and Teresa have been best friends since childhood. Then Teresa goes to new college with her mother and boyfriend. Teresa will be staying at the hostel here. But the room mates were high-level modern. Tracer's mother says this room is not right for you, but we will change the room. Teresa says okay, I'll just study, don't mix with them. His mother agrees. Her boyfriend was a little worried about this, as the distance between them would increase a lot. After they left, Teresa was introduced to her roommate. Her name was Step. Step says, "Why did you bring so many books?" Teresa says, "I love to read books." The next day, Tresha goes to college, where she is introduced to Lyndon and they have a friendship. And Lyndon is Tresha's first friend. Tresha was very good at studying. She wants to study finance. While Tresha was out bathing that night, she saw a boy in her room, whose name was Harding. Tresha says, "What are you doing in my room?" Hardin says, "I'm your roommate's friend." In fact, Hardin came to take Step to the party. Step tells Tresha to come to the party, but Tresha says no, because he has to read a lot. Tresha reads all day, and the rest of the kids party and have fun. Seeing all this, Tresha also wants to have fun. Step came that day and said, "There is a party today, will you go with me?" This time Tresha agrees to go. Then he went to the party and had a lot of fun. He is known to everyone, and Hardin was here. Tresha didn't drink, but her friend forced her to drink. Then they played the truth or dare game. Tresha gets dared. A girl named Molly says you and Hardin will kiss now. Hardin comes to Trachea to kiss, but Tresha says it's a crap game, and leaves. Tresha comes into an upstairs room to find peace. There were books in this room that the books love to wear. Then Hardin came over and said, "What are you doing in my room?" Tresha says, "I was just looking for a little peace." Hardin says, "You didn't complete your dear." He says he goes to kiss Tresha, but Tresha says it's wrong. Then he left. After that, Tresha stays in college and studies. He also became good friends with Lyndon. He learns from Lyndon that Hardin's father and Lyndon's mother are getting married. That means Hardin and Lyndon are brothers. The next day Hardin comes in and tells Tresha, "Look, I'm your roommate's friend, so we will meet every day. I think we need to make friends." Hardin says, "Let me show you a beautiful place." Tresha goes with Hardin. Hardin brings him to a lake. The place was very beautiful. Hardin goes there and starts bathing. And he tells Tresha to get into the water. Then Tresha Hardin's t-shirt fell into the water. Here they had a lot of fun. Hardin says, "It's my favorite place. I don't bring anyone here. But I don't know why I brought you." Tresha says, "Who do you love the most?" Hardin says to himself. Here Tresha starts liking Hardin. And Hardin also likes Tresha. They get very close to each other, and when they can't stay, they kiss. Hardin came out of the water and was touching Tresha, but he suddenly stopped touching. Then Tresha says, "Why stop?" Hardin says, "We have a lot of time. All this is not right so soon." Then their relationship started. They spend most of the day together. They were both very happy. But the next day Tresha's boyfriend Noah arrives. Tresha is very happy to see him. They spend the day together, and at night Noah stays in Tresha's room. Noah loved Tresha very much and took care of him. Suddenly, Lyndon's phone rang. Tresha knew that Lyndon and Hardin lived in the same house. Tracy goes there and finds out from Lyndon that Hardin and his father have a big fight. That's why Hardin was so upset. Tresha goes to Hardin. He says, "My dad is married. It's not my choice." Teresa calms Hardin, and he understands a lot. Hardin then takes Tresha to his room, and today, for the first time, they become intimate. After waking up in the morning, Teresa remembers that Noah is in her room. And Noah also got a lot of missed calls. Tresha comes running to take him. He says, "A friend of mine was in trouble, so I was with him." When Noah sees Tresha and Hardin together, He understands the whole game. And he breaks up with Tracer and leaves in anger. Tracy is devastated, because Noah is not only her boyfriend but also her best friend. For 2 days he was very worried. But since he's been with Hardin, he's completely forgotten about Noah. One night when they enter the library, Hardin reads a news story to Tresha. Then they are very enjoyable and intimate a few times. This is how one day they were getting intimate in the room. Then Tracer's mother comes over and sees all this. Tresha's mother is very angry and tells Tresha to break up with Hardin. But Tresha doesn't listen to her mother. So his mother left in anger. But it does not matter. Because he was flying in the air now. The next day Hardin takes Tresha to a room. And say, from now on you and I will be here. Then Tresha brings all the things from the hostel and starts living in this room with Hardin. They were having a lot of fun. Wandering here and there was no name for study. They were intimate several times a day. One day his friend met Tresha, a girl named Molly, who didn't like Tresha at all. Molly says, you are an ass girl. Hardin made a bet with us that he would trap you in love. And you're really trapped. In fact, Hardin bet with his friends. Trash will fall into the trap of his love. Tresha is very upset to hear this. And he breaks up with Hardin. Hardin says, yes, it's true, but now I love you. Tresha doesn't believe Hardin's words anymore. His mind is completely broken. On the other hand, Hardin's mind was very sad, because he really loves Tresha. Tresha returns home the next day, tells her mother everything and apologizes to her. His mother forgave him. Then the mother-daughter relationship became the same again. Then he meets Noah and apologizes to him. And Noah forgives him. Anyway, Tresha is his childhood friend. Then Noah becomes her best friend, not her boyfriend. The next day Tresha returns to college. She starts living in her old room again, but he could not forget Hardin. Hardin took him to the shore of the lake, goes there. After a while Hardy also comes there. Hardin says, I bet you get it, but now I love you. I want to be with you all my life. Teresa forgives Hardin. And the two become one again. And here is the happy ending of the movie. Watch more explanations of these kinds of movies, click on the videos on your screen. And don't forget to let me know how you feel about today's video in the comments down below. And at last I will say, stay safe and stay well. Thank you so much for your valuable time watching the video. See you in the next video.